Projared's drama has came back to light, or more in the fact that it just came back. And I think it's quite hilarious at this point that this drama is still relevant and somewhat dumb. Now, it seems to me that the drama itself has evolved pretty much in this stupid direction where people are now saying, oh yeah, Jarrett's innocent and stuff, and oh, Jarrett's pretty much, you know, not not wrong in the situation. I myself think it's pretty stupid to think that this whole drama is over, or in the sense that now we get that Jared isn't wrong in the situation. But it could be pretty much escalated to the point of idiocy. Idiocy? More like ironically. Or somewhere on the line where this is just stupid and this is literally the dumbest thing. Now, this drama could be escalated or even pretty much the same as saying pretty much two grown adults pretty much putting their marriage on the internet or pretty much throwing out how they're pretty much getting divorced and then pretty much escalating to the point where it shows him being a dickbag and her being a dickbag too for both doing almost the exact same thing. Heidi pretty much goes out of her way to try and ruin Jared, and Jared goes out of his way to hide inconsistencies and pretty much try to hide stuff. It seems to me that even though he showed receipts and I'm okay with it, it's not like I was okay with it to begin with the fact that what came to light was him trying to use his influence to get pics instead of just, getting like pornography through the internet instead of just trying to get it from people. It's manipulation, and the YouTuber itself, as a YouTuber, you should be able to understand the difference between you being being an influencer compared to those who are just your fans. And then he pretty much tries to justify it as there's like a power struggle towards it, and then yeah, there's a power struggle, but it seems like he didn't even understand himself because he went like out of bounds and then pretty much did the thing that most people look or frown upon. And I think it's really hilarious to even say most of the stuff is unjustified. I would agree with that. It is the internet, and people are pretty. Well, it's not the internet, it's more people itself. People say this is the internet. What do you expect? No, it's people. What do you expect from people? There's people out there who will literally try anything to get fame, money, any attention, and it's pretty obvious that this in itself is probably stupid. Now, I'm not gonna believe that. Oh, yeah, I got framed for most of the stuff. No, I'm gonna take you accountable for what you done, not for what you that people accuse you of. If it's fact that you did this certain action where you pretty much try to get stuff out of your fans and this is just disgusting, of course I'm gonna still be mad at you, or I'm still gonna be on the side of, oh, I'm so angry at you because you still did that. And then on Heidi's part, she pretty much was just fucking dumb for doing that to begin with. Can you really say, yeah, I'm gonna believe that you yourself are innocent and you're not flawed in this? But you know what's hard to even tell for all this? You can't tell who's right or wrong because they both messed up and they both lied. They both pretty much said stuff that's hard to believe, and they pretty much contradict themselves in some form or shape. I can't say, yeah, I believe Projared 100% because he kept receipts. No, it's from what the actions he has kept and what he has done. I do believe he's genuine with his apology, but the apology itself seems kind of dumb at this point because he pretty much wants to justify what he has done is messed up, but he doesn't really clarify the other stuff he has done or more of the allegations towards him abusing his power to get nudes from his fans. And I think that in itself seems really dumb. And then you also have the other part where some people are pretty much taking back or taking down their videos on what they did, or on talking about the subject and calling him out on it, or even calling him disgusting human being. And I do feel like it is kind of sad, or to even say, it makes me even sad to say, yes, he was dehumanized for no other reason other just to be a punching bag. And that's what cancel culture is at this point. It's pretty much just someone, a bunch of teenagers, kids, or people with tiny brains, or kids with tiny brains, or children who don't even think thoroughly or even do investigation. They don't go through all the evidence, and they pretty much go for a standard plot of whatever comes out. This is what I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna believe. They don't do any sort of investigation or anything, and that's what you expect from retards. Retards are people who generally don't even try to do their own investigation or their own research. And I think at this point in time, it doesn't even matter. What can we expect from people who want to cancel another person or cancel culture itself? In itself, it's just dumb and it's just stupid. I generally think it's more terrible than what it is, and I think at this point people pretty much show their true colors. And I think children nowadays are pretty much raised wrong or pretty much shown that if they don't do their own research or investigation or generally their own they don't even try to like figure it out, if they just simply adapt towards what's shown to them, they're pretty much are going to end up dumb. And I think it shows a lot because what do you expect? Most of the people on YouTube are either children or teens, and they pretty much have failed or pretty much shown how irresponsible they are for acting towards another person. They don't care and they show all this negativity. And I think it even shows in the commentary community or even the meme community. A lot of people generally don't understand what they're doing or what they're posting is generally stupid. If it's not in good faith, you're pretty much just showing hate. And I think it's even worse when you look at it at the bigger picture that it generally hurts to see another individual get harassed or generally get demoralized to the point where they're pretty much just they're not human anymore, and I just feel it's disgusting. But if the proof that they've shown or pretty much have not defactified what they have been accused of, then of course they're still wrong and they're pretty much still a scumbag. And this goes for what happened to Projared. Nothing. He pretty much defact what he has said, but he still hasn't done anything about the whole Holly situation. He hasn't really touched on light on the whole Holly situation or on the fact of pretty much the whole news with his fans. And he says that there's a whole power dynamic, and he still doesn't understand. Yes, if you understand it, why didn't you keep track of what you're doing or stop what you're doing? Because he literally just is stupid and he's a scumbag for doing it. But for the whole Holly thing, I think it's more in the sense of the realm of it could be we weren't there, we don't know the full information, and you pretty much understand that Game Grumps itself sucks. They're garbage. They don't know what they're done. They're pretty much a corporation that doesn't even understand friendship at this point because they pretty much derail Projared from all the videos they made with them, and they're pretty much what you expect. If anything, I don't like Ego Raptor. I don't like Ego Raptor, and I don't like his other co-host. I forgot his name. Or Dan. There we go. Dan. I don't like Ego Raptor or Dan. I literally don't like their style. I used to enjoy them. They're garbage. But this even shows even furthermore that they're just a company. They have no sense of humor. Even going further with the whole Dan. Why did I say Dan? Ego Raptor and his whole Troidmonger about him being such a douchebag towards Sir Pele's video. And it shows how much he just demoralized the whole factor of he doesn't understand parody, and he pretty much made a abysmal response, a corporate response, if I'm being honest, and you see how much he has changed as a person. And that goes as far as no one should be surprised at this point of time what's happening or anything. And for Projared, for someone that still doesn't understand what he has done is idiotic, and he shouldn't just discuss this with her instead of posting this online. It would have been much better. But what do you expect from people who don't understand what they're doing, especially coming from the person who literally posted a try to attract his fans and get nudes, and I think it's idiocy. I don't know what's wrong with me with idiocy. It's just more idiocy, I guess. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.